When it is Tuesday, oh yeah, on the True Word Television, it is True Wellness Day.
And today is another Tuesday. We are so excited again to join you.
It is a moment to learn.
Action and reaction are always equal and opposite.
To be entertained.
Beautiful,
I can say.
And to be educated.
How do we turn that provocation into maybe a message?
Join this panel with Claudine Cintije.
Don't see the challenges as the end of the world. Let the challenges be a beginning of wisdom.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
The best thing for you is to ask for help when needed.
And Victoria Macio.
Accept life as it is.
To talk about life matters, finances, parenting.
Well, right? So we need to speak to the young kind of or middle-aged mother-in-law to be.
Emotional, psychological, health, and mental wellness.
The way you name them will determine how you're going to service them.
Different topics.
Every Tuesday we are coming here with new topics.
Different approaches.
If you do not love yourself, you'll be depressed because somebody else did not show you love.
That's right.
But one goal, to equip your wellness.
So what am I saying? Until you talk, your partner will not know.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Don't dare miss an episode.
And I see Jesus. I see Jesus. I see Jesus in this place. And all I want to do, all I want to do, all I want to do is to worship you. And all I want to do, all I want to do, all I want to do is to worship you. I see Jesus. I see Jesus. I see Jesus. I see Jesus. Yes, it's Jesus everywhere. I see Jesus in this place. And I see Jesus. I see Jesus. Jesus here and there. I see Jesus. I see Jesus. I see Jesus. Oh, in this place. It's Jesus. It's Jesus. All of the sun, the moon, the stars cry Jesus. It's Jesus. It's Jesus. All of the sun, the moon, and the stars cry Jesus. It's Jesus. Oh yes it is. Oh yes it is. Yes it is Jesus. The sun, the moon, the stars they cry. Say it's Jesus.
When it is Tuesday, oh yeah, on the True Word Television, it is True Wellness Day.
And today is another Tuesday. We are so excited again to join you.
It is a moment to learn.
Action and reaction are always equal and opposite.
To be entertained
Beautiful, I can say.
and to be educated.
How do we turn that provocation into maybe a message?
Join this panel with Claudine Cintije.
Don't see the challenges as the end of the world. Let the challenges be a beginning of wisdom.
Elizabeth Brimoh
The best thing for you is to ask for help when needed.
and Victoria Macio
Accept life as it is.
to talk about life matters, finances, parenting,
Well, right? So we need to speak to the young kind of or middle-aged mother-in-law to be.
emotional, psychological, health, and mental wellness.
The way you name them will determine how you're going to service them.
Different topics,
Every Tuesday we are coming here with new topics.
different approaches.
If you do not love yourself, you'll be depressed because somebody else did not show you love.
That's right.
But one goal: to equip your wellness.
So what am I saying? Until you talk, your partner will not know.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Don't dare miss an episode.
Yes, hello, good evening each and everyone. Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections. My name is Claudine Cintije. I'm so happy and excited again to have you joining us from your homes, the cars, the workplace, wherever you are watching us from Nigeria, from Burundi, all over abroad that you are watching us from. So we are so happy and excited again to be able to join you today. Thank you so much for being a faithful follower of the True Wellness Connections. So today we are here to bring another topic. I don't know if it's a topic, but before we can get into it, I'm going to let my co-host here send her greetings to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Brimoh, and it's a pleasure being here this evening. I'm so happy that you can join us. And you know what? Every Tuesday is always exciting for us because it's a day we talk about different topics. We look deep into what God is expecting from us and how we can be more joyful in our lives. So thank you so much for joining us. We will appreciate it if you can call your family member, dad call mom, mom call dad, and call your friends. Join us this evening. Call your children because this is a family show. And we will appreciate it if everybody can join us. Also, you can like, you can love, or you can comment. So, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. So, as she said, this is really a show that is there for the community, for like each and everyone. They will have their own place. And also, we are welcoming each and everyone that are watching us. If there is anything you think we can do better, please drop your comment. We will much appreciate it. Or if you feel like you want to partner with us, you are very welcome. Because this show looks like it's just, it's going too far. So if you feel like, if you see the future in this show, and you feel like you have something that adds up to it, or you feel like you want to sponsor us or partner with us, you are very welcome to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to embrace you and to have you joining our journey in this show. So let's dig it out.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna, our topic is just let's dig it out. So what does that mean? So we have been here for sharing different shows. So today we are going to go dig out on various topics that we have discussed and continue discussing on that. Remember, the more objectives for us is to strengthen our community, to strengthen everyone that are following us. That's the most important things. So, as I'm saying, the Lord is our strength.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
The Lord is our strength. We are going to do great. We are going to do amazing, amazing, and amazing. So, I'm just so excited about how
That's
this
right,
show
that's right.
is going to be. So, what I want to say is this. Sometimes, I want us to talk about growth.
That's right.
Okay? When do we actually realize that there is an area in our life that we need the personal growth? You know, that's the area I want to talk about. Because sometimes you can be at work, you can be at school, you can be anywhere. Especially when you're in a leadership position. Leadership does not imply, like in our own home, we are leaders in our own home. Mothers, we are leaders for our children. So, when do you need a personal growth? Most of the time, I think we need to grow when we are facing challenges. When you face challenges, you dig areas in yourself that you need to grow so you can be able to meet those challenges and continue to get where you need to get. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you want to add on that?
Okay. Most of the time, nobody will say they find it palatable to grow. Because if you don't pass through some things, you may not grow. So, most of the time, it's challenges that make us grow.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
challenges that make you grow. And if you see someone that is telling you that they are growing but they are not facing any challenges, it's a lie.
Yes.
That
so,
is a big lie. So when you pass through challenges, it will make you grow. You know more about yourself, you know more about your friends, you know more about your surroundings. So challenges make one grow. However, like I said, it's not palatable.
yeah. So I have a question. So you are a teacher, right?
Yeah?
And I know sometimes, like in this start of the year, right? You may have new students that you did not have last year.
Yeah.
So when you realize that you are having a challenge in meeting the expectation, maybe of the parents or the students or whatever is happening, what do you do for yourself to help you maintain the momentum as a teacher and yet meet the demand that is challenging you in order to remain professional,
Yeah.
you know, in dealing with the situation?
You, as a teacher, you cannot just generalize. You need to deal with them individually. Yeah, there are some that are strong, there are some that are not. So those that are not, you will look for methods to use to help them to grow. So, because without that, you will not be able to meet your desired goal. So, when you discover them, you talk to them, you help them, suggest to the parent, suggest to the student itself what to do and how he or she can help herself or himself. So, yeah.
Yes, in supporting of what we are saying, in our everyday walk of life, we meet people with different personalities.
Yeah.
It can be in our community, it can be in our workplace, it can be in our churches, it can be in every areas of our life. So we meet people with a different personality.
Yeah.
So when we talk about how do we handle people that you meet in every single day life? So what we want to highlight is that it's very important that you learn to identify areas that you need to grow, dig deeper and see which area you need to grow in order to meet the demand of your community. Sometimes you may say, I need to grow my patience. I need to grow my understanding on how people around me are acting the way they are acting.
Yeah.
So when you take a moment to get to know what is going on, then you will find an area to grow. Because remember, you cannot change people. You can't.
That's
You cannot
right.
change your co-workers. You cannot change your boss. You cannot change anybody in your environment. But you have got the power to change yourself, to change your
Yeah.
attitude, to change the way you see things. So what we are discussing about is that find a way to grow yourself. Find a way to educate yourself in order to meet the demand of your community, of your workplace, without necessarily damaging your reputation, without necessarily falling into the traps, because sometimes you may be in the area where people are provocative. So that should push you to find an area of growth, so that when you are being provoked, you don't respond in the destructive way.
Yeah.
You don't respond in the manner that you lose control.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, so in respect to that, which area do you think on our every single day life people should focus on when it comes to facing situation that actually damage your self-esteem sometimes? People can talk bad about you.
Yeah.
People can touch your reputation, like damage you in so many ways. What should we do? What should you do so that your response should build up, not make the situation worse?
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to start with number one, have a self-evaluation.
I like that.
Evaluate yourself. What am I good at? What can I do to improve myself? There are some people that are easily provoked. Before you say, hey, they're out. No, why are you talking? Know your do's and don'ts. Then know the area you want to work on. Now, most of the time, our happiness, which depends on what is happening, is always being determined by another person. But what we really want to talk about today is, how do you find your own joy? Does your joy depend on your wife? Does your joy depend on your husband? Does your joy depend on your community? Do you have inner joy? What, in a nutshell, what makes you kick? Yeah, you don't get what you are looking for. Things are not the way you wanted. Are you still joyful? Are you still joyful? Or just because something doesn't work out the way you wanted it, then you just say, I've been joyful for a while. On what? So, you need to know. And that is where I come. We've talked about this some Sundays ago. One pastor preached about it at the church. It now depends on how to make yellow tape. I hope you know, whenever police is somewhere, when they make a yellow tape, no one is allowed to go there.
Yeah.
No one is allowed. So, personally, I make a yellow tape around my heart. If you are bringing something negative, excuse me, you cannot go past this place. I'm not your dumping ground, and I will not allow it to affect my joy. I have my joy. Jesus is the source of my joy, and I don't want anyone to tamper with my joy. So I need to keep it. You need to make it is. You should be intentional. You should be intentional. Don't let anybody rob you off of your joy. Because at times, someone can just say something, and there are some people they will not be happy throughout the day because of one sentence. So you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your well-being. And that is why we say, let's dig it. Wherever it is, bring it out. Bring that joy. Bring that peace out. Bring that laughter. Remember, your mental state is so important. So you need to work diligently to protect it. So
Yeah,
that is
thank you so much.
You're
I get to realize sometimes people are just miserable just because of the state of their heart.
Yeah.
The state of your heart will determine whether you're going to be joyful or you're going to be miserable. Why am I saying that? You know, happiness is circumstantial.
Yeah.
I am happy because, you know, I bought a new car, I
Yeah.
bought a house, I got engaged. You know, I am happy because, you know, everything is going well for you. You know, I'm happy I got a new job. Yeah, I passed my exam. My birthday is coming up. I'm going for a trip. That is a happiness. And that happiness affects your soul. You are happy because of what has happened. But when we talk about a joy, joy is eternal. It's not influenced by circumstances that's happening in your life.
Yeah.
So we are calling people to learn how to differentiate joy and happiness,
Yeah.
so that you can find a way to grow in those areas.
Yeah.
So you can't be somebody who is your mood is fluctuating. So when somebody praise you, yeah, you are happy. But when somebody tell you are nobody,
You are sad.
you are sad, you don't have no joy. So the joy should be eternal, should not be influential.
Yeah.
Actually, when somebody have really a big bucket of joy in them, when things are going wrong in their side, when they are being insulted, when just things are not in their way, that's the time they express more joy than ever before. For to the great joy that is awaiting for you ahead of the time. So if you understand life in that circumstances, if you can make a point of growth in your life, understanding that what you may be going through right now, that heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Yes.
So when you are sure that this is for a moment, then you will have the joy that is not depending on how things are going right or how things are going wrong in your life. So when you are happy, you know, when things are going wrong in your life, when things are not going in your ways, when every plan are being broken, when everything you touch nothing is going your way, that should be an amazing revelation for you.
Yeah.
It should be a reason actually to rejoice more, because you know, hey, the best is yet to come for you.
Yeah.
So I am speaking to you to find an area of growth in your life.
That's right.
To see what is really usually rob you joy. When somebody insults you, you don't have no joy. You are becoming sad. You're becoming a personal. You begin to worship that particular person who have spoken against you in your heart. Who are you anyway for somebody not to speak against you? Who are you? You know, for us who are Christian, even Jesus himself, being a son of God, was spoken against. But when somebody speak against you, you pumps up, you say, be so sensitive that a little something rob you joy, rob you peace. Understand that everybody are entitled to their own opinions.
That's right.
Should not that stop you from living life?
That's right.
From smiling, from partying, you know? So life is just that simple. We all seek the area to grow.
That's right.
You know?
And in addition to what Sister Claudine said, I want to read a part of the Bible to us. Philippians 4, verse 4a. It says, rejoice in the Lord always. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's this or that, rejoice in the Lord always. And it says, again, I will say, rejoice. So what are we saying? Don't let anyone rob you of your joy. So some people, they will be saying, oh, are these ladies, are they telling us that we should just be laughing every time? No, we are not saying that. There is joy inside, unmeasurable joy. Because as long as you are allowing the enemy to oppress you, he will keep on doing that. So until you take your stand and say, devil, get out. Get out of my way. Get out of my home. Get out of my life. Get out of my children's life. Until you take your stand and protect yourself. You protect your mental state. You protect your well-being. The devil will not leave. So the basic thing that we are talking about this evening is learn to shield yourself, to shield your heart, to shield your mental state by being joyful. Dig out that joy. Dig it out. Allow God to reign. Most of the time when we are passing through a situation, we always think, or maybe we imagine that if I think about that situation, there will be solution. Let me ask you, when last did your thoughts solve your problem? That you just thinking, worrying. When last? But when you leave it to the hand of God, the Lord will minister to you what to do, how to go about it step by step. So we need to learn to put everything in God's hand and let's allow Him to have preeminence. So,
very well said. Yeah, it is very important that we are all self-aware.
Yeah,
To be aware of the present moment.
that's right.
To be aware of what is going on, what is surrounding me. Everything, you have to be intentionally present with yourself. Because most of people, they live out of their body. Trust me, they live out of their body. That's the reason why the wind can come left, it blow you. The wind comes from the right, it blow you. Somebody says something negative about you, you are gone. You know? So that's why it's so important for you and me to find an area to grow. To grow, dig out what is there about you, which area of your life that you need to grow. Though you are not somebody who is so sensitive, that you make something that is small, you make it a mountain to yourself, which can even damage the people around you.
That's right.
Because your perception of things that's supposed to be small, you decided to make it bigger. So why can we find an area to grow?
That's
in
right.
the way that we protect our heart. Because our heart is a source of joy.
Yeah.
You don't allow any wind that is happening out there in the community, in the workplace, in the market, in the everywhere to come blow you away, make you forget who you are. You know, And other things, we need to embrace humility. Humility as an area of growth. Most people, they are lacking humility. When somebody step on that, I can just take it easy. We need to be intentional and find a way to grow in the area of humility. When you are humbled, you will have peace inside you.
That's right.
When you are humbled, you will focus on the area to serve. To serve others other than being served. For us being children of God, being Christians, all we saw our Master Jesus doing was a serving.
Yeah.
And there was no saving those who did, even those who stoned him. Jesus was serving them. So if we can have that heart of humility, to understand that we all have messed up somewhere in life, and we still will mess up, and as long as we have life. But thank God, even though we mess up, we are never prisoners of our wrongdoing or anything.
Yeah.
The moment we repent, we are renewed, we are accepted, we are keep our journey of life moving. Why can we just find an area of growth when it comes to humility? Humility is all about taking life easier. Because some people, they don't know in your way of behaving, in your attitude. You are not manifesting pride, because the pride always precedes a downfall. So
I just want to add something. You know, most of the time, if you are not patient enough, you see this, you fight with him or her, you see that, you fight with him or her. And you know, you are always let me give her a piece of my mind. You fight with this, you give him or her a piece of your mind, you fight with that. At the end of the day, you will not have anything. You will not have any peace in your life. So, you need to be very careful. Keep that peace in your mind. Keep that peace in your life. Don't give this, don't give a little to this, a little to that. Because at the end, you will be troubled. You will be troubled. And you know, in our lives, arrogance will not say, oh, I'm here. No. Arrogancy coming quietly.
I am the best.
Yeah.
I can do it better than you. Look at him, look at her.
They are not in my class.
Ah, that's not my level, that's not my class. But you forget everything is by grace.
Yeah.
It's the grace of God. If the grace of God is not upon you, my brother, my sister, you can never accomplish anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The grace is what we should be desiring to grow in the area of understanding the power of grace.
Yeah.
Other than pumping yourself up. Usually, if you realize very well, those who pump themselves up, they are basically empty.
That's right.
Very empty. When you are full, you are calm, you are not agitated. You don't get agitated by things.
Yeah.
When people get to agitate, you allow them to agitate. Because you should always know where you are, who you are, what you stand for, and let that be sealed. So that the wind that may come left and right will not be able to move you.
That's right.
And what do you want to say about negativity? Because some people, they can only see what is negative. Have you seen people who are specialized in seeing what is negative? Though your eyes can never see what is good. When you look at Claudine right now, you see how dressed up, how well dressed up I am, how good, nice I look. The general of how good I look, you not see it. Your eyes are blind to what is good. But that particular mistake I made becomes the headline.
That's right.
Becomes a focus. We need to grow in the area of focusing on what is positive. Because every human being have the good side of themselves and there's that part of themselves. So when you learn to identify the area of growth, you will learn to be patient with me. Because if this part of my life you don't like it, just please focus on that part of me that is.
Yeah.
You can't throw me all in the corner just because I wronged you in this area. But
That's right.
can you focus the other good time that we had together?
That's
Can
right.
you focus on that area? Allow me time to grow too and to heal by you being an example to me.
That's
Because
right.
when you stand by me, when I'm going through downfall, you are actually impacting my life. But when you see my weakness, you make it a headline. That's why when you are following me, tomorrow after tomorrow, identify an area of growth in your life. If somebody identify you by your mistake, identify yourself by how you know yourself.
That's right.
So that you can keep your heart at peace. So that you don't go by what people say or think about you. That will preserve you.
Yeah.
Because your heart is where the source of life is coming from. You know?
Yeah. And let's desist from complaining.
Yes.
You complain about this, you complain about that. Nothing positive about anybody. Can you try to stop and just look? Take a pause and look at it and say something positive. I know it cannot just develop, it comes gradually, but when you desist from complaining, then you will start seeing positivity in what is going on.
Yes, yes, yes. So, please, let's all learn to see, to change our perspective, to change the way we see life, to change the way we see our neighbors, our friends, our co-workers. Try to find what is positive about this particular person. Focus on it. Even in our marriages, you know, in the life of our children, look at the positive side of your friend, your co-worker, your children, your wife, your husband. Cherish that moment. That will help us learn to live a life whereby love is overflow.
Yeah.
Because conflict is coming from looking down on your fellow,
Yeah.
glorifying yourself as better than the other person. But let humility be the motivations of our every single day life.
That's right.
Yeah. So I think this is all what we had to share for today. So we are inviting everyone to dig out their personality, to be aware of who they are, to be aware of their action,
That's
to
right.
assess and review the state of your heart. Are you joyful or you are sorrowful? Because if you are sorrowful, you can only spread sorrow. If you are joyful, you can only spread peace. You can only plant peace. You can only plant forgiveness. Remember, you can never give what God have not given to you.
And I just want to add, for our viewers, please let's try to call each other. We are back and we are back full time. So please always join us by 5:30. Call your friends, call your neighbor. We want to read from you. We want to read your comments during the show. We want to appreciate you during the show. So please, our viewers, don't give up. Try to join us every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m.
Thank you so much for following us today, and we are looking forward to have you on Tuesday next week.
Yeah.
Please inbox us
Yeah.
Tell us, what topic do you want us to talk about? How better do you think we can do our show?
Yeah, we are at your service.
We are here to serve you. And how better do you think, if you are willing to sponsor our show, you are very welcome.
That's right.
If you want to be part of what we are doing, you are very welcome. If you think there is another advice you can give, you are very welcome.
Yeah.
So until we see each other again next week on Tuesday, thank
you.
you so much, and continue to follow True Wellness Connection, and please watch True Word Television.
Yes.
See you again next week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
When it is Tuesday, oh yeah, on the True Word Television, it is True Wellness Day.
And today is another Tuesday. We are so excited again to join you.
It is a moment to learn,
Action and reaction are always equal and opposite.
to be entertained,
Beautiful. I can say.
and to be educated.
How do we turn that provocation into maybe a message?
Join this panel with Claudine Cintije.
Don't see the challenges as the end of the world. Let the challenges be a beginning of wisdom.
Elizabeth Brimoh,
The best thing for you is to ask for help when needed.
and Victoria Macio
Accept life as it is.
to talk about life matters, finances, parenting,
Well, right? So we need to speak to the young kind of or middle-aged mother-in-law to be.
emotional, psychological, health, and mental wellness.
The way you name them will determine how you're going to service them.
Different topics,
Every Tuesday we are coming here with new topics.
different approaches.
If you do not love yourself, you'll be depressed because somebody else did not show you love.
That's right.
But one goal, to equip your wellness.
So what am I saying? Until you talk, your partner will not know.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Don't dare miss an episode.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.